You know that terrifying 2-second black screen when you switch HDMI inputs?
Oh yeah, everyone knows that one.
That little window where you just wonder if, like, your entire entertainment system just died.
It is the absolute worst.
Right. We kind of just accept that as a fact of AV life. But welcome to today's deep dive because we are going to completely shatter that expectation. Our mission today is decoding the specs of this massive piece of commercial AV gear from HDTV Supply. It is the WolfPack 4x4 seamless HDMI Matrix.
Yeah, and it's an $800 beast, honestly. Most of you probably already know what a basic matrix switcher is. 4 inputs, 4 outputs, route any source to any screen.
Sure, basic stuff.
Exactly. But today, we are really looking at why this specific unit is just so critical for zero latency, really high-end setups.
Okay, let's unpack this. Why drop $800 when, a cheap HDMI switcher is $20 online?
Right. It is a huge price jump.
It really is. And I guess it comes down to eliminating that dreaded black screen. I look at this switcher as like a high-speed digital traffic cop.
That is a good way to put it.
But how exactly does it route these massive 4K video streams at 60 frames per second without, all the blinking and flashing?
Well, what's fascinating here is the sheer speed and the hidden communication happening behind the scenes. This specific WolfPack unit switches between inputs in an astonishing 0.08 seconds.
Right, 0.08?
Yeah, literally zero flashing. It pulls this off using advanced EDID management.
Right, the EDUD.
Yeah, so think of EDID as the digital name tag your TV uses to broadcast its resolution and audio capabilities.
Okay, I follow.
Normally, when you switch inputs, the source and the TV, they have to renegotiate that connection from scratch.
Which gives you that awful black screen.
Exactly. But the WolfPack constantly spoofs that EDID information to all devices simultaneously. So the source device thinks it is always connected.
Oh, wow, so it never stops pumping out the signal. But wait, hold on. If it is faking that EDID name tag to 4 different displays at the exact same time, how does it handle HDCP copy protection?
That is the tricky part.
Right. Shouldn't a streaming box instantly trigger a piracy error if it thinks its signal is being illegally split?
Well, that's where the engineering gets really impressive. It actively manages those HDCP keys on the fly for every single route.
Just keeping the handshake alive artificially.
Exactly.
Hmm?
And it doesn't just pass the video through, it physically rebuilds it.
Wait, it rebuilds the signal?
Yeah. As the HDMI signal moves through the matrix, the device retimes the data, it compensates for voltage drops, and it strips out all the jitter.
That is wild.
So it is literally outputting a regenerated, pristine, brand new HDMI signal.
Ah, so it's not just a traffic cop. It is a traffic cop operating a high-speed car wash.
A car wash.
Yeah, like it checks the ID, routes the car, and aggressively polishes it on the way out.
Okay, yes. That is the perfect way to look at it.
Which really brings up the massive scale of this hardware. Because if it's going through all the trouble to perfectly rebuild the signal, this isn't just for switching between, like, an Apple TV and an Xbox.
Definitely not.
So what does this all mean? If you are sketching out your own high-end home theater setup right now, you might look at the spec sheet and wonder why it has TCP IP network ports and RS-232 serial connections.
Right, the older tech.
Yeah, why put a 40-year-old technology like RS-232 on an $800 4K device just to change a channel?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, you have to remember this is a 19-inch 2U modular rack system.
Right.
It is built for casinos, data centers, and these sprawling sports bars.
Massive commercial spaces.
Exactly. And in those commercial environments, you cannot rely on flaky Wi-Fi or, someone pointing a plastic infrared remote at a rack.
Oh, that would be a total nightmare.
Right. So RS-232 provides bulletproof hardwired integration for high-end automation systems like Crestron or Control4.
Basically making the whole matrix completely invisible to the actual user.
Exactly. Think about a bartender on a busy Friday night.
They are definitely not messing with AV server racks.
No, they don't have time for that. The WolfPack's network control integrates directly into their point-of-sale touchscreen.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, they just tap a button that says Game 1 to Patio, and the Matrix handles all the complex routing, switching, and EDID handshakes in the background.
And the bartender never even sees the physical unit.
Never.
To summarize, this device is basically a pro-level problem solver.
100%.
It completely eradicates signal degradation and connection lag by doing the heavy lifting of data management and signal regeneration right behind the scenes.
It really just brings absolute industrial-grade reliability to complex AV routing.
Yeah, and looking at the source page, there are some wild add-on options available right alongside it.
Oh, totally.
Things like City 6 extenders that let you push that pristine 4K signal up to 150 feet away.
Which is a huge distance for 4K.
It really is. Or even integrating a custom sports bar DirecTV control system right into the Matrix itself.
Yeah, the expandability is crazy.
Which really leaves you with a lingering thought. With commercial-grade gear like this so easily available to consumers, at what point does a high-end home theater simply become a commercial broadcast studio?
That is a great question.
Right. If you keep adding on, you might just need to hire your own digital traffic cop to run your Friday movie nights.